3,000 Jews in Surabaya, and therefore 5,000 Jews in Jakarta, 1,000 Jews in Manado.
So
After a brutal war against the Dutch, Indonesia gained its independence in 19...
Fair enough. You know what I mean? We are different with other countries in Europe. This is Indonesia. We believe in God and we have religion. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo semuanya, kembali lagi hari Jumat. Konten kita kali ini adalah it's about Jews. Have you ever think Jews live in Indonesia? Honest.
Well, I wouldn't have said that I didn't think there would be one Jew there, but definitely two. It wouldn't be the country that would come to my head first to think about Jews. But I'm sure there's a minority of them there.
How about you?
No, I wouldn't think of it.
No.
Definitely not. Like first country I'd think of.
I never thought before. So this video sending by my viewers by Instagram.
Oh right.
And say that because we react about Palestine and Israel last time, and then they said watch this video. We have a Jews in Indonesia that is not many people know about it. Let's see. Guess how many you think live in there?
1,000 maybe, or a couple
Few
of
hundred.
thousand. A couple of thousand.
Few hundred.
Specific, please.
200.
Say there must be at least 1,000, 2,000, maybe more.
There's about 400 people only.
Fuck.
About.
That's very small.
And then let's see how.
Is that it? In the whole country, like?
About, yeah.
Fuck it up.
Was before. Well, let's see documentary, okay?
Bring it on. Oh, I remember that.
Oh, I miss the feeling of Azan.
It was
Calling for prayer.
11 years ago when I have a discuss with my grand auntie for the Bible, talking about Moses and the Ten Commandments. And she said, story about Moses and the Torah, I know better than you, because she said that I'm Jewish. So I was a little bit shocked and I said, well, if you're Jewish, then so do I. So since that time, I try to make research and find about my roots.
He's Indonesian.
He's Indonesian, yeah?
He used to be Muslim.
In Indonesia, private religious practice is a matter of public record.
Maybe better here.
The national government only recognizes 6 religions: Islam, Catholicism, Protestantism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. Citizens are required to declare their religion on their official ID cards, and Judaism is not an option. Yaakov was raised as a Protestant, and according to his government documents, he still is one. But since he found out about his Jewish roots, he has begun to practice his faith openly, despite the risks.
To live as a Jew in Indonesia,
Because they don't allow
that
it
you
to be
become
recognized.
an open target for the locals, the anti-Israel. And the anti-Semitism is very high in this country. That's why I built a synagogue in this town, in this place, because I don't want to take a risk to build a synagogue in other town. It's not safe for sure. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yisef nifra let nasa ve'hev zechol azay melech shemo nifra.
Yaakov Synagogue is located near the city of Manado in northern Sulawesi, one of Indonesia's few majority Christian provinces. Many Christians here harbor pro-Western and pro-Zionist sympathies. In fact, the province is home to the world's largest menorah, which sits on top of a hill on the outskirts of Manado. In terms of personal safety, Yaakov could not have found a better place in Indonesia to build his synagogue. Every Saturday, Yaakov functions as a de facto rabbi. He has never been to yeshiva and has learned much of what he knows about conducting Jewish services through the internet.
There is a website told me that now left only 20 Jews in Indonesia.
20?
Well, I can tell that that's not true, because if in Manado we have with the Dutch Jewish name, we have perhaps 300-400 people.
Like Yakov, most members of Indonesia's Jewish micro-minority are descendants of Dutch colonists.
Based on the story I hear from my family, the Dutch government recognized the Jewish religion. In the paper, in their ID, they put Torah religion. They have a lot of synagogue on that time, and the Jewish life is very, very amazing. Like 3,000 Jews in Surabaya, and they have 5,000 Jews in Jakarta, 1,000 Jews in Manado.
So there's
After a
not-
brutal war against the
Was.
Dutch, Indonesia gained its independence in 1949. In the wake of independence, many Dutch and Dutch-descended people decided to leave the country.
Most Jews, they back to Holland, they go to Australia or some Israel, and there's they who left here try to become low profile and don't want people know that they're Jewish. So the Jewish family, the half Jewish people that I met, they are already practicing Christian, Muslim for more than 30-40 years.
Since discovering that he was a Jew, Yakov has made it his mission to fill the synagogue with people who share his faith and his background. Equipped with a database of Dutch Jewish family names, he canvasses northern Sulawesi, looking for others like himself.
I knocked the door and I said, you know that you're Jewish? Some of them know, yes, we know that we're Jewish. Oh, that's great. I said, here I give them some kippot or talit or some even Judaica, such as a menorah. I'm not God. I'm just a human being, but I feel like I make it a great job as a Jew in this country to bring these people back to the roots, the faith.
Very good.
Wow, what you think?
That's a very interesting video, yeah. It's hard to believe in a country that's that size that there's only 400 Jews in it. It must be hard. It makes me wonder how many people in that country might be Jewish or might have Jewish origins but don't put it on their ID and pretend that they're another religion. You know what I mean? But you know, it's the Jewish religion. They're not having any political views on Israel and Palestine and the conflict there. So that they're just practicing their religion. So I think they should be allowed to do that. And I think eventually they should be allowed to have their...
They are practicing, isn't it? No.
No, by the government
Well,
does not recognize Judaism as a religion in Indonesia,
Yeah,
so
that's
therefore it's
so-
illegal.
So, but it would be dangerous as well. Like you said, you know, if they were to set up in Jakarta, for example, and put a synagogue there, it's going to get a lot of hate. You know what I mean? Maybe he said it's dangerous. I don't know, but that's why they don't do it. So they go to quiet places to do it, to practice their religion. I would like to see someday to separate this horrible situation that's going on in Israel and Palestine, to separate that from the fact that there are Jews living right across the world that...
No, Indonesia, believe or not, maybe you guys thinking that we hate Israel and then we hate Jews as well. No.
Yeah.
No, and then
I'm just going by what he said, though. It would be dangerous
That's what he
to
said.
set up anywhere else. Maybe that's what he thinks. Maybe that's not the case. I'm just going off this video. I'm not going off anything else.
But obviously, isn't it? He's still alive in there. He still look, you know, even this video, no one come to him to catch him.
I can't imagine an Indonesian people attacking a synagogue, even in Jakarta. I can't imagine that.
No.
They're scared because they're such a minority. They feel like they just need to keep themselves to themselves. In the future, if more Jewish people come from there, maybe they come from Holland, you know, Dutch people, whatever, then they might be able to practice it.
Personally, I think it doesn't matter what country we are in. I think the religion should be a personal subject, period. No government should incite you to put your religious preference on any kind of identification. I'm sorry, your belief, it's your own business, not the government. Putting that on the official country documents is politicizing the religion, which should not ever happen. Because religion should be completely independent from the government.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Because it's a faith, it's a belief.
Because they do that in many countries. Even in the census, it asks you what religion you are.
Oh, that's for accounting purposes, not for the political purposes. That's a different story.
No, but it still goes into a census and could be used for political purposes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it has been in Northern Ireland for generations, and many other places across the world. So the government are still aware of who you are by it and what, you know.
No, in our
Not personally, but just statistically.
But when they do statistics here, it's you can choose not to answer the question.
Yeah,
you've got that option here.
Other or not.
Exactly. Or not giving consent. See you later. That's it. Job done.
Northern Ireland did that for the first time on this census. You have the option to leave that question out.
Okay. The reason why in Indonesia, because we are majority people of Indonesia have religion.
Yeah.
The way, for example, when you have an accident somewhere unknown, right?
Yeah.
How you identify what religion this person? Because a Muslim or Christian, they don't want to be buried as a Muslim, or Muslim don't want to bury it as a Christian. That's the reason. So in here, a lot of you guys atheists, I understand, not believe the religion, or you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter how you've been buried. You know what I mean. In Indonesia, we have a religion. Me, if I die in Indonesia and someone buried me as a Hinduism, the burn me, for example. Or
you mean if you're old and you have no family left to
it doesn't matter.
identify.
If I traveling alone somewhere in Indonesia or you and I'm die, I don't know.
Yeah.
The first thing they will check is my ID.
Oh, your ID card. Okay.
So when they see me, it's Islam.
Well, if that's the reason, then I suppose that's a good reason. I'm sure it's not the only reason, but that's a good point. Very good
One
point.
of the reason.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
And it's fair enough. You know what I mean? We are different with other country in Europe. This is Indonesia. We believe in God and we have religion. One thing I don't like about this video is the end. When he know that people already build their belief for either for Christian or Islam for 40 years, he said, he now have a mission to bring them back.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about Jews.
Well,
Why?
Well, I think
They cannot bring the faith that they've been
he's
built.
just-
Wouldn't you do
I
the
think
same as a Muslim? That is my question.
No. If you move to Christian,
Yeah.
we're not gonna get you back to Islam again. You don't believe.
Did he say he was on a mission to do that?
Yeah. He said in the end,
He said
what I
that
want is
no. He
I want
said
to go
at the end
bring them back to their root again.
If they want to come back, you know, if he rings them up and says, "I've got a synagogue in the woods. Do you want to come back?" and they say yes, then that's okay. But if he runs after them down the street and starts preaching the Torah to them, that's wrong.
Yeah.
But some people would be like, "Oh my God, there's a synagogue in Indonesia. I didn't know about it. I've been living a life for 40, 50 years. I want to come back to my heart to be a Jew," and that's fine.
Yeah, that's
They want.
different context when you say, if he's saying like, if someone want to come back to their root, I'm here to help.
But that's what they said.
But they don't know he's there, so he's probably trying to put it out more to say, "Here is the synagogue if you want to come back."
Yeah.
But but I don't know him. He might be trying to pressure them or whatever. I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I watched the real story, what happened in Poland. That guy already happy with their own belief, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then they push that boy to be Jewish.
In Poland.
Yeah, watch the story. The guy, the boy, living in the field, helping the farmer, and then the farmer really loved that guy. Doesn't matter you Jews or whatever, because the family is a Christian. Therefore, they go to the church, and the boy said, "I want to go to the church as well." But and then he believed. And then a few years after the war, the Jews come in, but the Jews say no. They push an organization in Israel want all Jew back together again. True story. I'm not.
That does not
saying-
surprise me, to be honest.
You know what I mean? So they want the Jew back. Say about Islam, a lot Muslim convert to Christian, Hinduism. We as Islam, that's what they will believe.
I feel sorry for minorities everywhere. You know what I mean?
I feel
Let's just
sorry.
compromise.
That they can have their own little refuge. You know what I mean? And the Indonesian people just let them do that.
Well, one thing
There's
is,
nothing wrong with that in my eyes.
one thing what I can say to you, what I say on the video, I've been living in Indonesia. I never had anyone being killed because you're Christian, because you're Muslim, because you're Hindus, because you're Buddha or Buddha. Doesn't matter. It's not the first one. Some of them like created a new religion. No one been killed because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the problem is they try to bring other community with them. They give money and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's wrong. You know what I mean? It is. It
Would
called
you like to join my religion? That's £200.
yes, true. It's a new religion. I can't remember before. There is in my city.
Scientology.
Yes,
Dark
something.
side of religion.
Yeah, we can see that he's still alive. He's still healthy. But the only thing I'm disagree with him is trying to bring people back. I love it when he spread the way Jews, the good Jews is in Indonesia. You know what I mean? Showing. This is Jews, I'm a Jews, and you know, this is how what we learn, like introduce to people, you know what I mean? But don't try to bring back. Same like here, me bring you to Islam. It's not nice, trying to. But if you introduce your religion with your behavior, with your culture and stuff like that, it's fine. Everyone accepted. Whoever want to be Jews, then be Jews. You know what I mean? But don't have a mission to change someone else's faith to be yours. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I disagree about him. You know.
Yeah.
Am I clear?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you so much guys sudah watching, and ya lumayan berat ini diskusinya, and thank you so much. Happy weekend. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.